Hello, I'm Tanya Plibersek, Australia's Minister for the Environment and Water, and I very much appreciate the opportunity of sharing a few remarks with you this evening. Whales and dolphins mean a great deal to the Australian people. In my hometown of Sydney, right now, you can see the whales from the shore making their way along the coastline of Australia on their annual migration. And over the past 40 years, since the commercial whaling moratorium was signed, we've seen a wonderful revival, particularly in humpback numbers around Australia. Over 45 species rely on our waters for feeding and breeding, and that's why Australia has put such strong local protections in place. But of course, many whales and dolphin species migrate between national waters, and many of the threats to their survival are complex global issues. No single country can protect them on our own. The International Whaling Commission has played a critical role in improving our collective knowledge and understanding, in sharing our expertise and technology, and in supporting global conservation efforts. Since 2009, Australia has had the privilege of leading the Commission's Southern Ocean Research Partnership. This partnership is entirely dependent on financial and in-kind contributions from its members. So far, just under $2 million Australian dollars have been contributed to the partnership's research fund, which has supported countless projects, including designing and employing state-of-the-art tracking and sampling technologies, using special monitoring techniques to listen for whales and to understand their distribution, and collecting long-term data to study the impacts of climate change and other human-induced threats. Since 2009, we've also led the Whaling Commission's Conservation Management Plans initiative. This is a very important initiative that provides a framework for countries to work together to protect vulnerable populations. Over the past decade, conservation management plans have been developed for some of our most threatened species, some of the most threatened in the world, like the Amazon River dolphin. These are just a couple of the examples of the many Whaling Commission initiatives that rely on voluntary funding and in-kind support to continue. I very much encourage all of you there to consider how your countries or organisations can also support the IWC's voluntary but critically important work to protect these precious species. I want to thank our hosts in Slovenia. I know Portorož is a beautiful town, and I'm sure the conference is a great success with Slovenian leadership. And I also want to shout out to the Australian delegation, so ably led by my colleague Josh Wilson and Dr. Gales. Thank you for your work. I'm sure you're making a great contribution on behalf of Australia. Thanks.